Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been MIA. I'm sorry, but I'm here. We're trying new products, lots of new products today, but this is something that I have used before, the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. It is heavenly. So we're gonna go in today, do a full glam, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe and keep on watching. All right guys, let's get straight into my skincare. The first thing that I'm gonna do is start to prep my skin using the Pink Light Fix Plus spray. I've grown a really big love to this, and I just wet all my hair. I got my eyebrows done the other day, and when you get your eyebrows done, you just feel like a new person. All right guys, so I did my brows off camera, but I'm gonna fix them up a little bit later once everything's done, because I want my brows to be a little stronger in this tutorial because we're gonna go so glam on the face. It's gonna be super glam. For skin today, I'm just gonna take the Youth Essence Day Cream. It's just a super soft moisturizer that smells really nice. So I'm just gonna generously apply that to my skin. I don't know about you guys, but my skin is so dry at the moment. It's just killing me one day at a time. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, which I'll put my little link up here, I still have a lot of that congestion coming through in this area here. I'm not sure if you can see it. Congestion is just so annoying, and I don't know why it's happening. A lot of you have been saying to cut out dairy, and I don't even really have that much dairy. I have almond milk every day, so I don't know why it's so bad. Okay, so to prep my eyes today, I'm just going to take the eyeshadow Primer Potion by Urban Decay. This is a new one that I actually haven't even used. It's brand new, and we're just going to start to apply that all over my eyelid. Now, usually I'm doing this with concealer, so I'm just going to see if I actually like this product. I don't know how I feel about it because it's not giving me much coverage on my eyes. I'm just going to take my Zoeva bullet brush and just work that all over the eye. Okay, so the consistency is super soft and smooth. Yeah, like I don't like that it's not giving me coverage. It's killing me that it's not giving me coverage. But that's okay because we're gonna test out the Hourglass Translucent Veil Powder and see if that's got a little bit of coverage and apply that over the eyes. Oh, wow. That looks so incredible. Oh my God, it's so chic. Wow, I love this powder. Well, I love the way that it looks. It's kind of hard to get out, but it's really cute that it's like in this H. Okay, so just using my bullet brush again, I'm just going to apply that. Okay, that is super silky and soft. Okay, so for my eyes today, I'm going to go in with the BACKTALK by Urban Decay. It is super pink and super cute. Yeah, the colors are just like really pretty and pinky. So we're going to go for that kind of look on the eye to change it up a little bit. And I've got some cute little new brushes from Zoeva, which are these Green Queen ones. This is a 227. And I'm just going to pick up the shade BACKTALK, and we're going to start to work it onto the eyes. Okay, I have to say this Urban Decay primer is very good because like the eyeshadow is just gliding onto my eyes, and I'm so not used to this texture. I'm used to just like having concealer on my eyes, but I've got to say, like, I just prefer to have that little bit of coverage. Okay, we're just gonna slowly build up that color. Okay, I'm gonna have to say the Urban Decay Primer Potion is a no from me. Love the texture, I think it's great, but it's just not providing coverage, and I need that coverage, like I just need it. Okay, so going back to my 227 that I had before, I'm just gonna pick up the shade Attitude, and we're gonna start to work that on to the outer crease and blend it upwards. Pigment of this eyeshadow is super amazing. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry, I was trying to fix my lighting because I was like, I don't know if this is okay or not, but I think it is. So now I'm just going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Shade, and I'm going to pat and press that all over my outer corner. Now I'm just going to pick up WTF and place that over the top. I feel like sometimes you just need like a matte eyeshadow just to bring out the color so much more. So I'm going to keep working that on. It'll be a really long time to try and build up that pigment, and it's just really because the potion underneath, the priming potion underneath didn't give me enough coverage. So I'm like, my veins are still coming through. I'm gonna have to give this palette another try, but not have this potion underneath. All right, today we're gonna go in with the cut crease. So I'm gonna do the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Warm, and we're gonna carve out the crease. I'm just gonna take a Zoeva 237 to do this. This concealer's probably got about light to medium coverage. It's definitely gonna need a lot of shadows on top of it. The thing is with makeup is like there's really no right or wrong. It's just like whatever you prefer. And so many people will probably like the fact that there is no coverage on the eyes. Like they would just like that, it's giving them a little bit more of a natural finish. Okay, so to build up the outside, I'm just gonna take shade 180. and keep pressing it over and bring it to about halfway and just start to press over the end of that concealer. Now I'm going to take the shade and go over. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Bare and Curve mixed together and press it over where I placed that concealer before. Bare is giving it just a really nice finish. Like the concealer was just so creamy beige, and Bare is not so pigmented, but it's super sparkly, so it's just looking really nice over the top. The only thing that's killing me is that where I placed the 180 before is just like so dark. I don't know if it's going to come out as a slight effect on my eyes in photos, we'll see. But at the moment I'm not loving it. Okay, now it's time for my wing liner. So let's just take the Karl Lagerfeld Model Co. and we're just going to create a wing liner. Definitely not loving this wing liner anymore. I'm just going to put that to the side of things that I'm going to let go. For lashes today, I'm going to take the Ciate London Wonderland lashes. I don't know if you guys can hear my mum, but she's talking really loud. The joys of now filming at home. Now I feel like I desperately need to cut the end of this wing. It is just like wonky and just not nice. So I'm just going to take my Zoeva 237 shader. This is such a great brush for cleaning this sort of thing up. Alright, for lashes today, I'm going to take the gorgeous Jacob Stella's range of lashes. This is BOCAJ. So I'm going to put these ones on. The good thing about lashes like this is that the band is already black, so I don't need to color in anything. Alright guys, it's time to get into my face. So first I'm going to start off with the BECCA Cosmetics Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I used to use this ages ago and then just neglected it for a long time. I don't know why, but I'm going to apply a little in the inner corner here because that's just going to help brighten up my eyes a little more. So this is something that goes on under concealer. I'm going to take it like super softly everywhere else. I'm not actually applying anymore. I'm just blending that part that I applied here out. And I'm going to take it a little up the nose as well. Right, so to prime my face today, I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Primer. I like to apply my primers with my fingertips, just because I sort of see them as like a kind of skincare, and I like to do that with my fingertips as well. This smells so nice, and it's a slightly more thicker primer as well. Just around my forehead, I'm just going to take this brush just because I don't want to stuff up my brows too much. I'm going to take the shade 6.0 in the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. Let's get straight into having a super full coverage glam face. So I'm going to take the shade 6.0 and this Tilia Jade brush, but I don't know what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's just a foundation brush. And I'm going to look at how much coverage that is giving me right now. So much coverage. I love this foundation so much. So this foundation, as I've mentioned in my Instagram stories, is so super matte, but such amazing coverage. Like it just covers so well. And I have been using the shade 5.5, but this shade 6 is definitely a lot more yellow, which I would prefer for when I'm going out anyway, because I always have fake tan. So I like to use a smaller concealer brush when I get up around this area here, just to make sure that I don't ruin my brows that I have drawn on, even though I'm going to go over them. Like, it's just the worst feeling when you ruin your brows with foundation. So I would definitely recommend this foundation for oily skin tones looking for a matte full coverage. So you can see, because I've applied that under eye brightener, it's just giving me that little bit like I've got a bit of concealer under there, even though I don't. So for someone that wants like a super light coverage concealer underneath their eyes, this is probably a really good option to go for as well. But look at my base, like it is just like so full and so matte. That is seriously like one layer of foundation. I would not do any more than that. It's just like completely not needed, but it is so super full coverage. I love it. I was actually going to mix in the Urban Decay Drop Shot Mix In Face Oil just to make it a little bit more dewier. But then I realized when I started filming, like I wanted to have like the complete correct way of how you guys would do it at home if you didn't have that. So that's why I left it out. So for concealer, I'm going to take my Naked Skin Light Warm, and I'm going to apply that all the way underneath. But I'm going to give it a fair amount. I'd love to actually conceal all the way down this side of my face here, because I feel like it just gives the foundation like a really nice look. You don't get like those eye patches of concealer. The eye patches of concealer where it's like white here and then like dark here. So if you guys are new to my channel and you're watching it for the first time, the reason why I like to highlight this area here is when you take a photo and the flash goes off, it just looks nice if this part's a little lighter, this part and this part. So it just sort of like balances out the skin a little nicely. a little more nicely, I should say. I forgot to wet my beauty blender and I'm not going right now. I'm just gonna use the edge of my dry beauty blender, so it's gonna take a little more blending. The difference between this Naked Skin concealer and the Urban Decay All Nighter concealer, which is what I've been using, is this one is like, I would say like a little bit more of like a creamier. No, it's not even creamier. Like it's a little bit more wet or maybe more water-based. Is it even water-based? I think it is water-based. I'm gonna have to find out and put in my description box, but it's just like a little bit easier to move around. Like look how much easier I am blending off that concealer as opposed to the All Nighter. The All Nighter just like is so hard to move around, which is a good and bad thing, I guess. Like it's hard to actually blend it onto the skin, but then it looks so good in photos and you know it's not going anywhere. But this one is probably just better suited for anyone who wants like a little lighter coverage and like not so hardcore. I love that Fenty Beauty Pro Filter primer. Like it's absolutely beautiful. Can you guys see my skin? Like it is just like, I've got second skin on my face right now. It is so super coverage, super full coverage. All right, so I'm going to introduce the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder again, and I'm just going to pick up a generous amount of that product, but I'm actually going to take a buffing brush this time, and I'm going to dip it right in. Okay, so instead of just baking that under eye, I'm actually going to press this translucent all around the face. So tonight we are wanting our foundation not to move and be photo friendly. You know those nights you go out and you're like, my bag is too small for touch-ups. I need this makeup to stay on until the next day. This is that kind of makeup. This is like your typical night out. That powder has made me super, super matte, even though I was super matte before, but very matte. All right, so now it's time to contour my face. I'm gonna take the bronze from the Charlotte Tilbury FILMSTAR Bronze and Blush Glow, my Morphe M179. I usually like bronzers with a little more shimmer, but this one's really nice. Like definitely not too ashy or not too warm. It's like a Napoleon Purtis 20B brush, and just start to bronze up that forehead. My forehead a little more. I just feel like it's a necessity, you know, like you've got to do it. If you're highlighting this area, you definitely need bronze around it. And a little on the chin. So for blush today, I'm just going to take the Double Take and Low Key and mix them together and use that as my blush. And I'm going to take that on the 20B from Napoleon. So just picking back up that Charlotte Tilbury bronze shade and a 241 Precision Smudger by Zoeva. I'm just going to run that down my nose for a soft contour. I should say soft, but okay, I'm just going to take Party Foul down my nose. Ooh, that's a little strong. I'm going to take it up on the Cupid's bow. A little in this inner corner here. All my blending of my concealers are gonna go. Just using a fan brush by Sephora. I'm gonna take that highlight. Oh, it's kind of pretty. So for my under eye today, I'm just gonna take the 234 Smudger and just pick up BACKTALK and WTF and give myself a super exaggerated under eye. I'm going to do something totally different today, and you guys don't have to replicate it at home, but I'm actually going to use the Bare Minerals Statement lip liner as an eyeliner underneath my eyes today, just to make the pink more pigmented and pop more in photos. So you guys don't have to do this at home because it's going to make it like super, super pink, but if you want to, totally can. From my experience, I found that it is totally fine to mix in a little lip liner underneath the eyes. I need to stress that this is not in my waterline. I would never recommend to put it in your waterline, only because waterline eyeliners are made for the waterline. This lip liner is made for my lips, so I'm just worried that it may be a little too harsh to go right on, like into my eye. So I need to very much stress that I'm only using it underneath my eye. So I'm not actually going right up into my eye. The reason why I am saying this is because I don't want anyone to think that it's okay to put anything in their waterline and then you get some sort of reaction. Maybe your eyes are sensitive, like mine. Some people say that you can use anything anywhere, and I do agree with that. In this case, I'm not going to recommend to put a lip liner in the waterline, and it's brand new. I literally opened it like 5 minutes ago. So I know it's never been on a lip, my lip. Anyway, for my lips today, I'm just gonna take the Fenty Beauty VAYCRAY. Oh my God. This definitely only has like a light coverage over the lip, so I probably would recommend to mix it with something or have something underneath. It looks like there's like literally highlighter all over my lips right now, but it's kind of cute. I'm just gonna mix on the tiniest amount of Estee Lauder Naked Ambition just to give me a little bit more coverage on the lip. Okay, now that I've got that on, perfect, that's what I wanted. Alright guys, to finish off my eyebrows, I'm just going to take the 3D Brow Tones in the shade number 4 and comb up my brows just to give them a little more oomph. Do you know what I hate? I hate this tiny little piece of hair that I have that comes in right when I'm doing my brows, gets brow product, and then puts it on my skin. Beautiful. Well, I think we're all done. I'm going to spray my face with the Urban Decay Karla setting spray. It's personalized. Mecca sent this to me and it's personalized. I thought it was so super cute. I loved it. Well, that is the end of my tutorial today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this lighting is okay. Basically, a rundown of all these new products that I used today. Urban Decay All Nighter. That is just a given. I love this so much, and it is like a perfect foundation to go clubbing all night and to not want to touch up your makeup. Definitely with this one is just going to make it even more matte. So if you're someone drier but still want a full coverage matte finish, I would definitely opt to go for the BECCA First Light priming filter underneath it. Or you could get the Urban Decay Shot facial oil and mix in a few drops in there just to make it a little bit more dewier. So maybe my next tutorial we could do that. But this tutorial here was to help my oilier boys and girls out there who needed some help to party all night long. So these two I would definitely recommend together if you are super oily. You know what it is? It's the coverage thing. But other than that, it was so like super smooth. But I need coverage. Like I definitely need the coverage. This concealer definitely would recommend for a more creamier, more lighter coverage. The All Nighter Urban Decay concealer is probably my favorite and does beat this personally for me. But this would be probably better for a daytime thing. I wouldn't use the All Nighter in the day. And this is like my new favorite. Love Fenty Beauty. Kills it. This palette was super cute and pretty. Just took a little bit of time for me to build up and find my feet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I just needed to set up this room for you guys and it took me longer than I thought. So thank you for being so patient with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see in the future. Big kiss to you all.